Hello, nice to meet you.
It's so nice to meet you too. Happy Monday.
Yes, you too. Thanks so much for taking the time to chat with me.
Oh, you bet. It says Renee, but it's actually me, Tony. I'm gonna
Okay,
change that right now.
great.
That's my wife.
Okay, wonderful. Well, let me just start off by saying I'm a huge fan of yours. You have brought to life so many iconic characters over the years, and congrats on such a great film with Red Shoes and the Seven Dwarfs.
Yeah, thank you. I was so privileged to be a part of it. I really am.
It's a fun movie. My kids thought the dwarfs were such a huge hit. They laughed a lot. And as a mom, I love the great message behind the film. So I think it's going to do really well.
Oh, sure. I sure hope so. I worked at all the big studios, but what I really love now is supporting the independents, and I'm an independent producer and director now. Also, I have a film out on Netflix right now called Animal Crackers that we did totally independently. And so being a part of Red Shoes and the Seven Dwarfs was about me going, look what these guys are doing in South Korea. I could not believe this beautiful, wonderful little studio and this imagination that was coming out of there. And I just said, let me know how I can help in any way.
Yeah, which we have also seen. My kids and I are a big fan of Animal Crackers as well.
Oh, good,
So
good.
for this movie, I'd love to know what's a day at work or a day in the life like working on this film with all of this amazing voice talent.
Well, the voices are recorded very early in the production. So we have storyboards, we have a script, and we've worked with a casting director and cast these wonderful people. And I got to say, when you're casting, you make your wish list of the people that you would want to get. You think they could really bring to life these characters that you have in your mind. And we just got everybody that we wanted. We're so thrilled with the cast. And so it's really, they're all recorded individually. These actors are all doing live action shoots. They're all busy and have different schedules. So we're trying to book our time with them and working in 4-hour chunks. They have to sit in a small little room and go through the script and give it life. My job as a voice director is to give them context, to give them an understanding of tone and pace and kind of the emotional level that we're trying to hit, maybe develop that through a series of scenes so that they understand that there's a build maybe that's supposed to be there. All those things are discussed on a one-to-one basis with each actor.
Wow, that's a lot that really goes into bringing these characters to life.
Yeah, it's a ton of work making an animated film, but you got to love it. It's got to be a process that
Yeah,
you get into.
absolutely. So I'd love to know, have you seen the finished product yet? And if so, how does it feel to see these voices you spent so much time and energy into bring these cool characters to life?
I love it. I started out as an animator before I got into directing in any way. And the joy for me is to really see, what a full performance for me in animation is. Half of the responsibility of the voice actor that, yeah, they give the tonal inflections, they give the warmth, they give a lot of elements to the performance. But then the other half is what the animator delivers in the visuals. And my joy is to be able to see the movie after it's done. Like recently, I got to see the whole thing all done in color. And I was blown away with the performance of the group at Locus Animation and what their team did in the acting, because it really just brought so much more life to the characters. A lot of things that I had in my head of, okay, I could see this line playing out. Oh, this is going to be funny. And then how far they take it even farther. And that's
Yeah,
always a happy surprise. I love that.
that's so cool to hear, for sure. Well, I think it's really going to resonate well with families. And as a husband and a father, what message do you hope this movie sends to families watching it?
Well, one of the big reasons I got involved too is because I love the message. The theme of this movie it's about who you are inside means more than who you are on the outside, and it's not about looks; it's about heart and character. And I'm a father of 3 daughters. They're all adults now, but this was a big struggle in our household, and we talked about
Yep.
these elements of what society says and puts upon women, particularly about body issues, is horrible, and how do you fight against that? And I feel like Red Shoes and the Seven Dwarfs, in a fun, entertaining, family-friendly way, is doing so much for the future daughters and sons of the world. I think if people would just kind of get around this and support it, I think it could be really impactful too, because it's a great message.
Absolutely. And as a mom, I'm just so happy that more and more of these films that are reaching families are tackling these messages, because even though it's packaged in a cute way, kids really get it and they understand it for sure.
Oh, I think so too. And I think that's why it had to come from a small independent that was brave enough to take
Yeah.
on something like this, because it's hard to talk about. Yeah, and it shouldn't be. I think it's something that we all need to talk to our kids about for sure, but it can be very difficult to talk about. And so now through a fun, entertaining way, we can talk about it as a family, which I hope people do.
Yeah, I think so. We definitely did. And it's, again, it just kind of opens a door to that
Yeah.
conversation if you haven't been able to have that yet as a parent. So I appreciate that. So my last question for you would be, do you have a favorite fairy tale or folk tale of all time?
Oh boy. You know what? I've always loved Puss in Boots because I
Oh,
love anthropomorphized animals and stuff. And so there's kind of a swashbuckly element. I actually pitched an idea to Disney when I was working there of doing a Puss in Boots. This is far before Shrek and
before Shrek.
yeah, and they took the character into the Shrek world. But yeah, I wanted to do that at Disney and it never seemed to happen. But that's one that's always been very close to me.
Oh, I love it. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me, and congrats again on a wonderful film. And the voice talent is just spectacular. And I hope so many people will download, purchase, stream, all that for this great film.
Yeah, thank you, Robin. I really appreciate it.
Thanks so much. Have a great rest of your week and enjoy the rest of your interviews.
All right, take care now.